My name is Casey Kao, and my dissertation topic is on Asian American student engagement on college campuses. What I want to do in these 3 minutes is to talk about what we know, identify what the problem is, and share the purpose of my study. We know that colleges and universities are concerned with retention. The attrition rate for higher education in the US is anywhere from 30 to 48%, with the average cost per student for a bachelor's degree at just under $54,000. To calculate how much attrition costs an institution, one can simply multiply the attrition rate times the student population times the annual cost of attendance. But schools also need to factor in the cost to recruit new students. So doing some basic math, the cost of attrition for a private school with 2,000 students is looking at about $33.7 million, and a public school is looking at about $32.6 million. We also know that student engagement is a predictor of student success and is also one strategy to increase retention. There are two components to student engagement. The first one is the time and effort students put into educational activities. The second component is the resources and efforts invested by colleges and universities to create educational opportunities for students. Additionally, we know that first-generation students face challenges simply because they are the first in their families to navigate the uncharted waters of higher education. They are less likely to persist and graduate, and so getting these students involved and engaged on campus puts them in a better position to succeed academically. Now that I've talked a little bit about what we know, let's talk about what the problem is. Institutions of higher education in the US have not been as effective promoting the academic success of students of color as they have for white students. Based on this graph, it seems that Asians are the only ones who are outperforming white students. However, this is not the case, and there are unique challenges that Asian Americans face in the United States. Stereotypes have led many in society to believe that Asian Americans are high achievers in college. The model minority myth presumes that Asian Americans not only have a strong work ethic, but that they are also innately intelligent and motivated, and therefore not in need of student support services. Comments such as "all Asians look alike" and "you people always do well in school" can cause fear and insecurities for Asian Americans, which in turn affects their engagement on campus. Another challenge is language barriers because the population of Asian Americans is made up mostly of immigrants and refugees. There are also cultural differences that can make participation challenging. And then the intersection of first-generation status and Asian Americans creates even more complex hardships. This all leads to the purpose of my study. The three research questions I will be examining are: how do Asian American students compare with their peers regarding the rates of student engagement on college campuses? Is there a difference in the rates of engagement between first-generation Asian American students and non-first-generation Asian American students? And do the student engagement rates of Asian American students differ depending upon the institution type?